thing was that I had to do some healing, right? As a man, when we grow up and we go through things and feeling abandoned and not having a dad in the home, I had to do some healing within me to make sure that I forgave him. And then I forgave me for some of the things that I experienced. And going through those three processes started me in making a transition.
Yeah.
And doing some turnaround things to help understand my worth. That's one. And two, started making some decisions that would be better in my life versus bringing deficits to it.
Yeah. Before we go to the work that you've been doing in the past and now, I just want to go back to something that I noticed online as well, that you are a man of faith. And I know that you mentioned that your mom, on this show, we say faith matters. So can you tell us a little bit how your faith, to me, that's very important. Education, you mentioned, very important. We talk about education matters, community matters, you matter, but faith. Can you express some of the sentiments on how your praying mother, recently somebody sent me, you know how they send the chain emails, and it was how my mother prayed and how that prayer saved my life. Did her prayer save your life as well?
Oh, no. Her prayer absolutely saved my life. I was raised in the church, right? And so I deviated from my rearing and how I was raised. But from the beginning of time, my grandmother and my mother raised us in the church. We sung in the choir, me and my siblings. And that's been my foundation my whole life. Now, there was moments and times where I deviated from the foundation of which I was reared, but God remained a constant in my life. I try to stay away from being super religious, but I'm a strong believer in God, and God has been my foundation since the beginning. I'm a praying man. My family prays. We pray together every day. When I'm with my wife or against my wife, we start our morning off with a prayer collectively. I send her a one page of something that I read in the Bible in quotes, and we have a discussion about it every morning. That's our foundation. Without constant prayer, without the belief in God and God being our foundation, our marriage couldn't exist as strong as it does, and it would be ready to crumble. And I think that everything we stand on would be ready to crumble if we didn't have our strong beliefs in God and God being our foundation.